Hi fight fans, I just wanted to make a quick video on the upcoming Anthony Holmes and Danny Christie fight on the 22nd of April. Both, as you no doubt know, have come from with difficulties in their past. Danny's well documented, and Anthony the same, troubled youth. But I'm loath to pick a winner because I respect both fighters so much. I'm currently living in Castleford. Anthony's a Castleford lad, although I am originally from Leeds. I heard a lot about Anthony, and he's well respected. He doesn't diss fighters. He's a no-nonsense character. Like Danny Christie, very similar background, very similar characters. Don't make excuses. We'll go in, we'll give it the best, we'll give it their all. It'll be a war. But I hope and I truly believe that they'll shake hands after it. And fingers crossed they both come out with their heads held high. You know, they'll have a bruise or two, there's no doubt about that, but hopefully they heal quickly. And, you know, one can have the other one on the podcasts. Danny's got a great podcast going at the moment. He interviewed Teddy Brazier. That was a cracking fight against him as well, but you get a real insight into a fighter's mind and the fight game listening to Danny and Teddy. And hopefully that will happen with Anthony Holmes, win, lose or draw. Obviously styles make fights, and regardless of styles, this is not going to be a stinker, it's going to be a war. Anthony has a different style, a MMA type background, BKFC champion. And he fights open-handed, so he'll be blocking shots open-handed, shall we say. Whereas Danny, pure boxing background. It'll be clenched fists all the way, and he'll be punching straight. For me, is the more skilled boxer of the two. Obviously, the experience of MMA and boxing goes with Anthony Holmes, but on pure boxing, of which this will be. To be fair, it may be gloveless, but it's still boxing. And for me, Danny's just got the edge on that. It's straight punching. He's got the movement of a boxer. He's got the experience, and so, as I say, I'm loath to pick a winner. It could go either way, but I think that the format suits the one with the boxing skills for me a bit better. But yeah, I won't drop down dead if either one won. It's just that type of fight. But mainly I wanted to comment on the respect I have for both fighters. Both coming from, you know, difficult backgrounds, both changed their lives. Turned it around completely. And in Danny's case, obviously because he's got the podcast, you know, regardless of what he does in the boxing game from now on, he's proved that he's a warrior, as has Anthony, but he's proved that he's a warrior, and he's moving more into the podcasts and, you know, commenting on life itself generally. And Anthony, obviously, with some of the podcasts I've seen with Anthony involved, you know, there's a lot more upstairs than people give Anthony credit for, and we're seeing that now, especially on the esoteric, you know, things that he's saying, and I get all that. I'm into all that myself. So may the best man win on the night. May they both come out healthy and with total respect for one another, and I'm sure that will be the case. How do I see the fight going? Well, like I said, it'll be a rumble. Danny Obviously his fight with Dekahegi is folklore now. No backward steps in that fight from neither of them, to be fair. And Danny, being the much lighter man, surprised Dekahegi, got him to ribbons, and Danny won without a scar or two. But that just showed you the heart and the guts of Danny Christie. And I believe had that gone a bit further, he might have even stopped Decker, because he had worse cuts than Danny at the time, in my opinion. And I think that Danny was just getting on top. I think he were starting to blow Decker. They obviously both were tired, but he was starting to blow a bit. So, another round or two, I'd have fancied Danny Christie on that one. And that's some scalp Dekahegi, because he's no pudding, as we know. The Teddy Brazier fight was a cracking fight again for Danny. An all-out war came up with that big left hook. Dipped under, came over on top with that big left hook, and yeah, it was all over. It didn't recover Teddy after that. But if you watch the podcast, that's a great podcast, and I love that. Two former fighters, challengers to each other. And can sit and discuss the fight and laugh and shake hands. Wonderful to see. Better than all this dissing and garbage that we seem to be getting these days. The Darren Godfrey fight, Danny overpowered him, so we didn't really see too much of that. But he's learning all the time. He's Danny about the ring craft, obviously how to deal with the different styles from boxing to someone who's done MMA and various other forms of martial arts that's mixing it with boxing. So he's got to learn all of that, and the clinching that he suggested that he needed to learn. Anthony Holmes, the gladiator, and he is just that. He's a gladiator. He will go there and he'll give it his all. And he's a great fighter. So I've waffled a bit, but God bless them both. I hope it's a wonderful fight. I hope they shake hands. I hope they both come out healthy, and I hope that each one has each other on the podcasts, and that'd be great to see. So it's really refreshing.